I've got a starting bid on this property of $10,000. And now 10-1. $10,100 what is it? $10,100 what is it? $10,100 bill for it. 10-1.
Farmland sales are happening all over the Heartland for a variety of reasons. In some cases, farmers are looking to expand their operations. Others are speculating on land values. And still others are trying to get ahead of looming tax increases that go into effect if policymakers fail to come to terms on hundreds of billions of dollars in tax increases caught up in the fiscal cliff negotiations in Washington. Jeffrey Obrecht, who bills himself as the dirt dealer, is close to $56 million in sales this year for his company, Farmers National.
Sold the farm. There's quite a bit that's coming on the market that is being driven by the tax incentives of whether they go up 5% plus a 3.8 Obamacare deal. No matter how you look at it today versus January 2nd. That farm January 2nd needs to be worth 8.8% more money than it is today to stay even with the board. That's kind of what's driving a lot of this.
Obrecht says sellers are willing to pay today's certain tax rate and avoid the what-if rate looming if America goes over the fiscal cliff. The federal estate tax, currently at 35%, could roll back to 55% if no action is taken. That rate has the attention of many in rural America. Currently, estates valued at up to $5.1 million are able to avoid all estate taxes. Those with higher values are taxed at the rate of 35%. But that all changes next year unless policymakers intervene. Effective January 1, the threshold drops to $1 million, and anything above that is taxed at a higher rate of 55%. Family-run manufacturing companies like Iowa-based Suckup Manufacturing are paying close attention to the issue.
It has big ramifications for us as a company.
Charles Suckup serves as president of the grain dryer and bin maker. His father, Eugene, started the company almost 50 years ago. And today, the Sheffield, Iowa plant employs more than 500 workers.
It just seems fundamentally unfair in one sense that these capital-intensive industries like manufacturing, farming, that you have to put a lot of money in order to be and have the capital equipment in order to have an operation, that they're put in jeopardy every 25 years as deaths occur in generations and get taxed over and over with it. The other thing beyond fairness is what is best for America. What do we want to have an incentive for? And I don't think making it harder and discouraging family businesses from continuing is something that's good for America in the manufacturing.
For Suckup Manufacturing and other family-run companies like it, that transfer of wealth, taxed at a higher rate, could dramatically reduce the impact on local economies.
But if you don't have the manufacturing and the wealth generation of creating something out of some very basic elements, you can't have much of a service economy.
Charles says an elimination of the estate tax would be ideal, but admits that isn't politically likely. Suckup says an estate tax exemption for family businesses would be a start. He says small businesses are the backbone of the economy, and taxing them multiple times could stifle companies like his.
You reach that point that the more you tax, the less you get of something generally, and you create less of an incentive for people to go out. A lot of people are feeling we're at that tipping point now where we need to incentivize people to take some risk, to be entrepreneurs, to start businesses, start jobs, and not count on somebody else doing it for them.
For Market to Market, I'm Paul Yeager.